Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nadzmi ARIF bin SUAHAIMI. Today I'm going to present about the video presentation for academic writing. This presentation is prepared for Madam Suraya Binti AHMAD. Okay, the topic chosen for academic writing is option 3, which is perception of zakat payers on zakat collection, zakat distribution, and zakat disclosure. Okay, basically this is the content for the presentation, which is we have the first one is abstract, introduction, objective, methodology, result and discussion, and also conclusion and recommendation. Okay, let's go to the next slide, which is the abstract. Okay, this paper attempt to analyze the perception of zakat payers on zakat collection, distribution and disclosure of zakat. The study has been focusing on Selangor residents who are in the organisation. Lembaga Zakat Selangor has taken initiative to further enhance the application of online zakat payment with regards to its collection and distribution purpose. From the analysis made, many respondents consider that zakat should be collected through online payment nowadays, followed by the zakat should be collected through salary deduction, and some people still relevant in maintaining the zakat payment should be made at the counters. This practice is no exception to zakat institution in Malaysia when they must seize this technology evolution to ease the zakat payers in fulfilling the obligation as Muslim via online payment system. Okay, next is the introduction for the academic writing, which is zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam religion. Al-Quran and Hadith dictate that zakat is one of the pillars in Islam, and people who fulfill the nisab are required to obligate to pay zakat. The significance of the zakat collection is to create harmony by helping those who are not capable of earning any income in their daily life. Zakat also is important to minimize the gap between the rich and the poor, and indirectly strengthen the economic independence for the Muslim society. Traditionally, zakat payers will have to pay their zakat directly through physical counters or specifically at the zakat collection center. However, zakat institution found out the trend of zakat collection using this traditional method is significantly slow nowadays. Zakat payers no longer go to the center to pay zakat face-to-face since the accessibility of zakat counters or office is very limited. Okay, next is the objective of the paper, which is the study on the first one is the study on application of digital technology. Over the years, the Zakat institution has employed various changes and improvement on its collection method. People nowadays are conveniently paying their zakat through online banking, post office, movable counters, and others. With the implementation of online zakat payment, they can make zakat payment at any specific time and place as long as they have a stable internet access where they can complete the transaction. The obvious benefit of using online payment is that zakat payer will not have to be restricted to the normal office hours. Instead, they can make their own schedule to make payment anytime and anywhere. Next, number 2 is objective on truthful disclosure, which Islamic bank should disclose both quantitative and qualitative information in their financial statement in accordance with the principle of full disclosure. The full disclosure will help the users in their report to make economic decisions while also demonstrating their accountability to Allah and society. As a result, there is a need for zakat accounting standard to help improve the quality of zakat information disclosure. Okay, objective number 3 is trust in SIRC. Zakat, as we know, zakat management in Malaysia is under the jurisdiction and responsibility of the state government. Each state has a state Islamic religious council known as SIRC or Majlis Agama Islam that monitor all aspects of Islam including zakat. The increase in zakat payers may be due to the factors such as trust on zakat payers towards zakat institution. Okay, let's proceed to the next, which is methodology that has been conducted in this study, which is the aim of this study is to investigate the perception of zakat payers on zakat collection, distribution, and disclosure specifically among Selangor residents who are in the organization. This show that this presentation is used a qualitative variable for the study. The population for this study is among the Selangor resident in an organization who are 25 years old and above. The sample selected for this study was obtained using a direct and mail questionnaire. Sorry, the study is using the sample selected for the study was 50 Selangor resident in an organization. The study is using convenient sampling technique to gather information from our easily accessible respondent. The data for this study was obtained using a direct mail questionnaire. Furthermore, this questionnaire was sent to the individual who are in the organization throughout Selangor resident by using Google Form. There were two sections in the questionnaire. The first section inquired about the respondent demographic profile, and the second section was further split into three parts that reflect the variable in the study. Okay, let's go to the next, which is result and discussion or main finding in this study, which is for zakat collection, majority of Selangor residents consider that zakat should be collected through online payment, with the highest mean of 3.86, followed by the zakat should be collected through salary deduction at 3.74, and also zakat should be collected through direct payment to zakat counters, which is at 3.552. And lastly, zakat should be collected through credit card payment, which obtained at 3.4 min. The result is due to the Lembaga Zakat Selangor are now transitioning to an online platform in addition to the manual method. The use of online zakat payment provide numerous benefit, particularly to the payers, in order to increase the zakat collection. Paying zakat online is more convenient than paying at the counter. When using online payment, the payer can save time and energy because the system is simple and ready 24 hours a day. Okay, next is the result and discussion number 2, which is specifically for zakat distribution. Okay, based on the respondent who answered the questionnaire, in the figure 3 is about the perception of zakat payer towards zakat disbursement or the zakat distribution. From the result, almost 52% residents in Selangor have agreed that SIRC is fully responsible to distribute the zakat collection. However, only 6% from the total respondent among residents in Selangor has disagreed, but only 24 hours of respondents are neutral with the opinion. The reason is most zakat institutions are optimized on the factor regarding zakat collection. Despite the increase in collection, its distribution developed at the slower pace. Okay. Meanwhile, in the figure 4, indicate that zakat fund is more effective if it is immediately disbursed to the recipient. In the result, nearly 42% of respondents in Selangor have agreed to say it is effective when zakat fund disbursed immediately. Besides, 36% of respondents also agreed with the statement. However, only 6% of respondents who disagree. The possible reason why certain respondents may disagree with the opinion is because the existence of communication gap among zakat institution, zakat payer, and also the asnaf. Okay, next. Okay, next we move to the result and discussion for 3. This is for zakat disclosure. Okay, based on the slide, we can see that figure 1 is on a zakat administration should disclose in detail any investment made by them using a zakat funds. Okay, from this variable, we can see in the chart, uh, uh, we can see in the pie chart, which is 42% of the respondent has agreed. Most of the respondent also strongly agreed at the 40% on this statement. But only one of the respondent who are strongly disagree with the statement. Okay. Meanwhile, in the figure 3, is regarding the investigation on whether the respondent have ready access to any information regarding zakat administration. Okay, this variable is to investigate whether the respondent have the access to the information regarding zakat management. Okay, we can from the table we can see that the highest mean is through talk or on television, radio, social medias, which is at 3.58 mean, followed by the printed report at 3.37, magazine 3.31, and lastly through conferences at 3.16. From the result, we can conclude that most of the respondents have already access to any information regarding zakat administration through talk as compared to other because it is more convenient as compared to printed report, magazine, and conferences. Okay, next is on the conclusion and recommendation. Okay, as a conclusion, we have identified that the highest method zakat need to be collected is through online payment. From the study, we recommended that Lembaga Zakat Selangor should focus on the value added characteristic of online system in order to increase the collection to increase the zakat collection. Okay, the finding also appeared to indicate that most of the zakat payers agree that SIRC is fully responsible to distribute zakat collection toward the recipient of zakat. Therefore, it is possible that Lembaga Zakat Selangor should revise back their had kifayah used in determining the asnaf basic need. In addition, many of the respondents also have ready access to the information regarding the zakat administration by talk. Thus, Lembaga Zakat Selangor should make sure that all the information regarding zakat needs to be updated all the time through social media where zakat payer will have the access to it.